Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm gonna cover stored function. Let me read this. It is a stored program that returns a single value mandatorily. It allows select statement only, not like a stored procedure, insert, update, and delete. It can be created with input parameters only, not like a stored procedure, uh, like out parameter and in out parameter. So how we create this? The structure is very similar to stored procedure, like a delimiter, create function, function name, parameter, data type, returns data type, what we are returning, the data type, characteristics, begin, SQL statement, return, and end. Let's have an example. So what I'm doing now, I am creating one parameter to find the name. So right now, I'm creating the parameter that resembles to ID. I pass the parameter ID and get the name. For that, I have already created here one database. The name is my office and the table name is staff, and it has a 3-column ID, name, and wage. And here is the value. So what I'm doing now, I'm creating the parameter that resembles to ID. So I'm passing the ID number, this one, and finding the name, this one. So how I'm doing this, let me show you. So this time I'm giving the name of the function get name. I am creating parameter that resembles to ID. So the name of the parameter is NID. And the data type of ID was int. So I type. So what I'm doing now, what I'm looking for, that is the name. So the data type of name is varchar 20. 20 is the name. Instead of characteristics, I write here deterministic. Deterministic. I'll explain this later. Begin. So what I'm doing now, my SQL statement is select name. This name I'm keeping into some variable. So I have to create one variable here. Declare variable name is name, suppose, and data type is varchar 20 and default 0. If you don't put here 0, it goes to null. So I'm selecting name into this variable name from table staff, where this parameter and ID should be equal to the column ID. So what I am returning a variable name. So what happened here? This name from the table staff that goes inside the variable name, and stored function returns this value variable name. So this is the we are doing now. Let's compile the code. Before that, I have to mention here which database we are using. Use database name is my office. I'm remembering this. Oh, we don't need this now. Okay. Let's compile the code. Okay. We haven't run this code first. We are creating database table, everything, and we are inserting the values too. Column count doesn't. ID name and OS ID name. Oh, here is something extra. Let me pick this. We don't need this. We don't need this, and we don't need this. We are creating only ID, name, and the OS. Let's run this. Okay. Now run this code. Okay, we went through. Okay, and now if we are in the terminal, then we have to put your delimiter space in the column to be out of the terminal. But this I'm doing on the workbench, so it is already in inbuilt, so we don't need this one. Now to invoke the value, the command is select function name get name. I'm passing the parameter 11. I'm passing the parameter 11 to get the mic. So the parameter NID I'm passing here. 11. Let's run the code. There is. So I got the mic here. If I run this again, then same value will come here. Mic. So deterministic means if we run at any time, if the value doesn't change, then we have to mention here deterministic. If there is a changes in the value, then we have to mention here indeterministic. Indeterministic. So deterministic and indeterministic, the difference is if the value doesn't change, then deterministic. Otherwise, change. Some there are some like a data which changes the value, like a current date. If we select the current date here, then it always changes. At that time, we have to mention here indeterministic. Mainly, what we have to think here, what we are going to have the same data type we have to mention here returns and data type, and what we want to have this data that we have to put in variable, so we have to declare another variable to put this data into variable, and same variable we have to return here. So this is a little bit similar to stored procedure. Actually this is the continuation video of stored procedure, so I'm taking the name of the stored procedure. Now stored function, same stored function is how it is similar to stored procedure that I'm going to show now. Let's make it stored procedure. So change the name procedure. This same. We don't need to return and we don't need the deterministic. Leave it. And if we select the name from the column, we don't need any help of the variable. So no need to declare the variable. If there is no variable, then no need to return anything. Just wait. Now let's compile the code. Run the code. Code went through. To call the procedure, the statement is call and the procedure name get name, and pass the parameter here, same like stored function 11. Now run the code. We got the mic. We got mic again. In this way, stored function and stored procedure, they are very similar, but regarding the value, stored function is more specific because stored functions give single value as a result. So it is more specific, and it all the parameters that we create in the stored procedure, it acts as an input only. There is no output like a stored procedure. So we can say in another word, stored function is a kind of more specific than the stored procedure. Let's see another example of store function. The way same delimiter. So delimiter. Now in this project, what I'm doing, uh, what I'm doing now, there is a ways 9, 8, and 7 for Mike, Dan, and Nancy. Now we are increasing this wage by 10% in store function. How we are doing this? Create function. Function name is increment. Let's suppose. So what I'm working on wage, because I'm increasing wage by 10%. It acts as a input parameter. Decimal 4 to the data type. Returns. Now I'm finding the new wage after increasing 10%. So that data type of new wage will be the same like a wage, decimal 42, and this is deterministic because anytime it will give the same value. Deterministic. Begin. Now set the value. So we are setting the value to the variable to take out from the logic. That's why we have to declare the variable. Declare variable. The variable name will be new wage in shortcut and wage. The data type is decimal 42. We can give any length like a 52 or anything. And default 0, otherwise it gives null value. The logic is we are setting into new wage. We are setting into variable. What we are setting? Our wage increased by 10% multiplied by 1.1. No need to mention here the table name because we are not passing any parameter to make equivalent here. So let it be free. Returns. We have a variable to return. The name is wage. And okay. Let's check here. Create function, increment, wage, decimal, returns, decimal. Here should be returns because we are getting the data type, but here should be return only. Return. Function, deterministic. Begin. Let's compile the code. Or maybe before that, I wanna specify data type. Use my office. It says something here. Begin. Might be here something. Oh, it is deterministic. Deterministic. Oh, everything good now. Let's compile the code. We went through. Now, to invoke the value, command is select. Function name is increment. And we are passing the parameter value 9. Let's see, the new value will be 10% increase. Here is 10% increase. The 10% means 10% of 9 is 9.9 that we have here. So what happened here? We created variable to keep the value and wage, and we return the same variable over here. So it is simple. This is the single input parameter. Function accept only the input parameter. So always you have to put the input parameter. This is a single parameter. Let's go to double parameter or more than one. Here what I'm doing now, I'm creating two parameter. One is wage and another is bonus. And I'm finding the new ways, adding wage and the bonus. Same thing, delimiter, sign, space and sign, create function. This time my function name is new wage. And as I said, I'll create wage parameter for to one parameter, comma. Another parameter is bonus, and data type is same like wage bonus. And what I'm doing now, returning the new wage. So the data type of wage, new wage, also decimal, for two. And this value in multiple run, we get the same value, we get the same wage. There will be no change. So that will be deterministic. Begin. Now what we are setting now, we are setting the wage plus bonus into the new variable. So we need to declare a variable. Declare. Just the variable name is. Let's give the variable name revised wage. Data type of wage is decimal. 42. By default 0. Now what we are setting? We are setting into revised wage. We are setting bonus plus wage plus bonus. Wage parameter here plus bonus. Wage plus bonus. Actually, there is no need to make any equal parameter here. So no need to mention the table. Return. We have a variable to return. The name of the variable is revised wage, which has a value. The value is wage plus bonus. Okay. Create function, new wage decimal 42, bonus 42. Bonus data type is decimal. Revise return divide wage and end. Okay. Let's compile the codes. We went through. Okay. Now, what we are doing now, let's invoke store function. Select. This time, we are getting all the all the information by adding wage and bonus. So select star, and the function name is new wage. And the parameter is we are taking all information, so we are not passing any parameter for the wage, because the wage should be the different for all people. It is not the single person, that's why wage. This time we are giving the bonus 3 to everybody. And let's see the structure of the table. No table is new used, so this time we have to mention the table name here from staff. From start table, it gets all the value like this. Okay. So ID, name, and wage. The previous wage was 9, 8, and 7. Then there is the bonus added 9 plus 3, 12, 8 plus 3, 11, 7 plus 3, 10. In this way, this function carries two parameters wage and bonus. Now, we want to see our store function, how we have created. The syntax for this same. So function status like this is the wildcard. So give the name of the function, new wage. Okay, all the information are here. Database name, definer, modified, everything here. If you want to see this in table, then we can give here slash and G. G means in a group, but it happens only in the terminal, not in the workbench. So for the workbench, I'm working on the workbench, so this should be fine for now. If I want to see the code that I created in the function, then it should be like that. So create function. It is not a wildcard, just give the function name, new wage, and comma. Run the code. In create function, we can see all the information over here. Begin, declare, whatever we have done, it shows over here in create function. This way, what codes we have written in the inside store function, that we can see by this syntax. Sometimes what happens, if you want to use GUI, then it is also here. And in the schema, we can see our function. Click on the function, and we can see the name of the function over here, like here. Let's see this function, increment. So in increment, how I'm using the GUI, click over there, send to SQL editor, call function. This is the function. So actually function is called with the select statement and pass the parameter here. Parameter suppose 7 or maybe 8. Yeah, we got the 10% increase over here. So this way, we can use the GUI to invoke the value from the function or stored procedure. And we can use the GUI to create the function, stored function too. What we have to do, on the left hand side, go to the schema, and this is the my office is my database, and at the bottom there I see the function. So right click over there, and it says the create function. Let's make another page. Right click on the function, then it says the create function. Click over there. So all the syntax structure is already there. Just what we have to do, give the name of the function, write the parameter, and returns what we return, the varchar, integer, date time, whatever, put here, and deterministic, indeterministic, we have to mention over here, and the whole logic goes to inside and returns what. If there is a we are taking the variable, we are declaring the variable, then give the variable name. Same thing here, return the variable name. That's it. No need to give any sign over here. It is already in built. So that's the thing is deterministic this is not inbuilt ministry. And here data type, this is also we have to mention over here. Then apply and click on item. So this is by using the GUI or graphical uh, user interface. Okay, that's all for now. This is the store function, and we have so many things in store procedure and store function, like using to calculate here inside. This is the simple examples. Just I'm setting the value over here, but there are many things comes in practice, and like we can use the case, if then, while, loop, repeat, leave, such type of statement inside in the SQL uh, in the logic. So this I will explain in my coming video. So don't forget to watch. And another video will be about case, if then, while, loop, repeat, leave in store function and the store procedure. So see you in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.